World 1, Jeremy's house, is now finished. Although by looking at this, it just doesn't seem like it at all. After all, there's no traffic here, there's no traffic here, there's no air taxis hovering up above here, and, well, the hills sure look a lot different. The houses, however, are otherwise the same, at least from what you can tell here, at least, compared to later in this particular video segment. One thing you might be noticing or wondering is, why are the houses so densely packed? Easy. Rawness. That city, well, think of New York City. You think that's a big city? You might want to think twice. Rawness is so much bigger than that. And thus, with space and land otherwise at a premium, the houses are very close together. And boy do I mean close. And another thing to note is, well, huge gap between these hills here. Yep, that's just one of the trouble spots that I had. And you should actually easily be able to see the ocean here instead of just barely being able to see it. The only way you're going to be able to see it like this is if I do one of those big jumps like that. Of course, trying to get up to the clouds, and here you can easily see the beach, or what little there is of a beach, but you should easily see the beach from this high. But that's what World 1, Jeremy's house, looked like before all the changes. You've seen the before, here's the after, and what a change it is. Although it really doesn't seem like there's anything different, except for the traffic here, the lines on the road, and other such things like that, if you know what I mean. However, you can also see traffic out here, here, and here, in addition to the lines on the road, and this is a cop car. Don't worry about getting pulled over, though. However, because you're not even on the road. And of course, one thing you might also be wondering is, what are the various kinds of traffic? And one thing you might have noticed, this fades. See? Faint, very opaque, very easy to make out. This is a truck, this is a sedan, and somewhere around here, that's another truck. Ah, here's a minivan. That's the 3 different types of vehicles you'll find here, in addition to cop cars. Every direction has a cop car. And, okay, what about the hills? I'll get to that next. Of course, for that I need a little extra height. I hate this jittering effect, it's really annoying. And for really great height, this will give you the best view. And of course, planned in my designs is for a white spring to be present in the tutorial level. And basically that's where that comes from. And of course, one thing you might be wondering, what is this thing? That's an air taxi. Air taxi? It's basically a cross between a city bus and an airplane. But notice that it doesn't have wings. It uses levitation for its power method, in case you're wondering on that. There's one out here, and there's one right there. It's extremely difficult to make out the two that are the very, very furthest. One thing you might be noticing is, what is this weird looking stuff way out here, where the ocean is, that you can easily make out? Well, to show you that, I really gotta go up. And boy do I mean up. And I need that one elevator platform, not that yellow gold one. I need the fast one. There's another truck going by. When was the last time you were in an airplane? Okay, well, if you remember the views in a rural area like that, you should easily recognize what this kind of thing is. Now, do you recognize what it is? These are farm fields, complete with little ponds here and there. There's forests, and you can actually now start making out the actual shoreline as being dynamic. Yep, quite a bit. And you might be wondering, what's with this flashing every now and then? It's right in here somewhere. Yeah, this right here. What is with that? Well, everything isn't exactly pixel precise, and there's no way I can otherwise do that. Or at least I can, but it's not easy. It's highly CPU demanding to go with it. But yeah, it's really easy to see the shoreline there. And one of the effects that I'm aware of in this, and hold on for a moment. That is what I needed to wait for. And ups-a-daisy. But anyway, I don't remember exactly what I was thinking of. But one thing I actually did is I slightly darkened the color of the water here. Slightly. And I'm kind of wondering if I maybe should slightly darken it still more by like RGB values changing or being lowered by 8, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that just at least does give you the idea. Here's a small city, and of course the imprecise effects here causes these city to otherwise look a little different every now and then. Can't really see it too well on these farm fields or the forests. It's because there's really otherwise fairly smooth contrast with those layers. But yeah, I especially love this effect right here. This is almost like photorealistic in a way. Almost. Of course, I do have problems with now finding an algorithm. I don't have any algorithm with making trees, but in this case, they're so far away, like 9 miles, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so there's really no point in having a texture by then. So I'm just kind of using a makeshift thing, or that might actually even be the way it will otherwise end up being out. In addition, here you can see a small 6-lane highway, and there's also interchanges and stuff like that in there, but they're so hard to make out due to both distance, fog, and the lack of pixel precision. But yeah, there's actually a 270 circle right over here, and there's another one going off over there. It's because the farm fields are in the way, and you really can't get onto the westbound, or is it eastbound or westbound? The left is westbound. He's going east right now at about the speed of an airline. But yeah, it does give you the idea at least. Cruising along real nice and peacefully. Very pretty scenery, especially from this kind of unusual view. This world, by the way, being the first world, I also wanted to put a great impression on the players just so they can get a great idea on what kind of things to expect in this game. And there's the speed of sound there. And, well, max. Yep, that's as fast as he goes. But at least you'll get the idea on what the first impression of what Platform Masters is really like. But yep, this really gives you a nice idea on what things look like from those kinds of heights and the like. But anyway, this video was created by Ulillillia. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the next big fall.